I started out yesterday telling you the story about selling my business, my sixth business. And it was at the end of a call with my daughter when I realized that I really was just missing out on life, that I was actually spending time at my business when I should have been sitting in a car with my daughter, having a conversation with a 14-year-old. And the fact that she actually wanted to have that conversation is just really what broke my heart that I had to step away. So that for sale sign went up really fast. And FPW was a quick and easy sale. And as I stood looking at the check in my hand, I wondered how much richer I was intellectually for having built and sold that business. 2 years and 1,400 miles later, I stood in a building that I was renovating to be a boutique, leaning against a wall in a dusty old pool hall, watching new cabinets be built, displays being welded, and cement floors being repaired. I recognized that the tasks on my to-do list were being checked off while I sipped a cherry Coke. A sense of pride filled me as I realized how good it felt to actually get out of my own way and to hire out the things that I had always done for myself. Realizing that my attitude of, if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself, truly had been the bottleneck in all of my businesses. I was filled with gratitude for the lesson that I'd learned. I grabbed my paperwork and headed out the door and up the street to the local city office to get my city business license. I came face to face with the city mayor, and I was completely blindsided, mind blown. He made it very clear to me that being new in town meant that my business was less than welcome in his small town. He whipped through all the hoops and hurdles that he demanded I jump through just to get a city business license. And the anxiety and the overwhelm that I felt began to skyrocket. My heart sank. That all too familiar pit started forming in my stomach. My brain flew into overdrive with my heart pounding. I left in a blur with a scribbled list of criteria on a crumpled paper in my hand, trying to blink away tears of frustration while mentally categorizing all the tasks that he demanded of me. And yet, in a flash, like sunshine after the storm, came the thought that I had the power to change the rules. I could build a business different than any business I had ever built before. If I could have 3 different trade companies renovating my shop while I had a cherry Coke, surely I could find someone to take care of all the tasks on this crumpled up paper. Walking back to my boutique, and yes, my brain was still hurting, I glanced up and I saw a sign on the neighboring building. CPA, it said in big gold letters. And I thought, I wonder if. I set all the trepidation aside as I entered in, and when they asked if they could help me, I eagerly thrust that paper at the lady and told her I needed someone to do all of those things. Much to my delight, she said that she would be happy to do those things. She also shared the other services that they offered: tax filing, payroll, bookkeeping, and I could not stop the smile from spreading across my face. I felt like I had found my pot of gold. Next, I moved on to unpacking my point of sale system. This was much more advanced system than any cash register I'd previously used, and I was grateful that it came with a few hours of training to learn all the basics. But these basics weren't small town basics. These were big girl CEO basics. This point of sale system was loaded with customer relationship management features that allowed me to manage my customer information, track their purchase history, and implement loyalty and marketing programs via text and email. Before I opened the doors on my boutique, I had completely turned upside down the way that I had previously done business. I had hired out all the renovation of my building. I had hired out all the paperwork and financials, and I had learned how to strategically use my point of sale system as a customer relationship management system. This business was going to be different because I had the courage to change the rules. The ugly truth I realized that actually broke my heart is this: I had been the bottleneck in every single one of my first 6 businesses. I had spent 28 years tripping over myself and tripping over my belief that to be an entrepreneur meant I had to do it all myself. The beautiful truth that came from that ugly realization is this: I had now positioned myself where I could be the face and the voice of my business. I was the one to greet my customers. I was the one designing the events that would highlight my clients. And I was able to do that because I had learned to only do the things that required my personal touch. This business and business number 8 were my favorite and most successful businesses. I built them on a foundation of dreams fueled by automation and delegation. I had the time freedom to do what I wanted, and I was relaxed enough to enjoy every client interaction. The day I sold business number 7 and 8, I cried. But these tears were not tears of overwhelm where I felt like a failure. These were tears because I did not want to sell. Unfortunately, my mother had received a medical diagnosis that required her to be homebound and left her needing 24/7 care. I sold those businesses to care for her because no matter how much I love my business, my family always comes first. I'm sorry. I knew when I signed the closing papers on that sale that this was not the end. Someday, some way, I would help other entrepreneurs build a business that they loved as much as I loved mine. My mom passed away 5 short months later, but instead of second guessing myself and wondering if I should have done something different to keep my businesses alive while I cared for my mom, I decided to focus my energy on teaching midlife entrepreneurs the magic of strategically using a CRM to simplify their business. In the beginning, I didn't set out to become a simplified CRM strategist. I just wanted a better way to keep my business and my sanity intact. But the more I learned, the more I realized that the right CRM wasn't just another piece of software, it was the missing link between chaos and clarity. It was the quiet teammate that handled the details so that I could finally focus on my clients. I spent months learning how to make it work for me, not against me, creating automations that sent reminders, tagged leads, tracked sales, and nurtured client relationships even while I slept. Each new workflow I built gave me back a little piece of my time and a big piece of my peace of mind. And that's when it hit me. Like a superhero, your CRM is more than a tool. It is a strategic business partner. It remembers what we forget. It connects what we can't. And when it's customized intentionally, it becomes the heartbeat of your business, working behind the scenes so that you can work in front of the scenes, being the face and the voice of your brand. And that is exactly what I want to share with you today. Because when you understand the value of a simplified CEO system, you'll understand what's truly possible when strategy, systems, and simplicity come together. And now I'm going to try to share my screen. See how that works. Big thumbs up if
There you
that
go.
worked.
You got
Oh,
it.
oh, yay. I'm so proud of me. So, simplified CEO systems where strategy meets simplicity and balances your new business plan. Every time you add another tool, your system gets weaker. So many of us start our online entrepreneurial journey by tech stacking, grabbing every tool we think that we need from anywhere that we can. Invoicing, calendar, website, email list, and you're probably duct taping them all together or zapping them together, trying to get them to communicate with each other. I know and understand this system because I too tried that. Hours spent stressed out, hoping and praying that the links running between the systems wouldn't break. But here's the ugly truth. Every time you add another tool, your system gets weaker and is bound to break at the most inopportune time. Imagine this, sending emails from one platform, invoices from another, while sending clients to yet another platform for memberships and trainings. This is actually the recipe for chaos. But the beautiful truth is this: there is a better way, a more cohesive, simple, and inexpensive solution. There's a better way to accomplish all of your business tasks where everything is integrated on one platform. No more platform jumping. You can throw out the duct tape. No extra apps to connect things, and no links that you have to worry about breaking. Not only integrated to your CRM, but also integrated to each other. Imagine your contacts coming in, being tagged accordingly, flowing seamlessly into a workflow that includes email nurture sequences, calendar bookings, and even invoicing. Your CRM has the power to send reminders, tag leads, track sales, and nurture your client relationships. Imagine this: no more lost contacts, no more forgotten emails, no more wondering who opened your emails or who has paid their invoice. No more platform jumping. Just one simple platform to manage your business. I've spent years and thousands of dollars creating a simple way for entrepreneurs to manage their businesses. It's important to remember that what is a challenge for you is not a challenge for me. It's actually something that I enjoy. My goal has been to create a business management system that is simple to use. For those of you who are tech challenged, I offer a done for you plan where I customize and brand your platform for you. It requires 2 1-hour meetings to get your branding and customization pinpointed. Then my team and I get to work and create a simple to use platform for you. This isn't taken from a template that I customize to you. This is created piece by piece for you. It's not like anything anybody else is using. My goal is for you to show up and see who has reached out to you on the platform, either through email, text, or social media messaging. Take a few minutes to respond to those messages, and of course, add any context to your CRM that you meet in person. By that, I mean if you meet somebody at the grocery store, or maybe it's your neighbor, or somebody that expresses to you in person that they're interested in what you do, you need to input those contacts in. But most of the connections that you make will be on the internet, and those will automatically be added through workflows that we create for you. With this plan, your CRM is set up and running for you. You literally can check in once or twice a day and respond to people who have reached out to you, and the rest of your time can be spent building relationships and doing the work that you love. This gives you the freedom to show up as the face and the voice of your business, where you love it the most, wearing the hat that you love the most. But don't worry, if you're not completely tech challenged, but you're ready to have your business simplified, if you're tired of platform jumping, tech stacking, and are caught up in the whirlwind of overwhelm and burnout spiral, we also offer a done with you plan. And this allows you to take the lead, like Allie was saying, in customizing your branding of your platform, not alone, but with all of the integrations included, and 3 consultation calls with me or my team. Every plan includes complete integration of contacts, websites, domains, and calendars, and of course, the free chatbot, HumanBot, with instant free 24/7 support, as well as the 3 1-hour consultation calls. My goal has always been to enable entrepreneurs to shine in their business, to give them the freedom to show up as the face and voice of their business without overwhelm and burnout. I want you to build a business you are madly passionate about. That's not something you hear often in the business world. Most people are building a business to survive. They're building a business to make money. But how about we turn that around and monetize what you're madly passionate about? I'm offering a large discount on the Done For You plan when you join the studio membership and book your free VIP consultation call. Does anybody have any questions?
I do. Can you hear me, Coleen? It's
I can
Ali.
hear you. I can't see you.
I got you up.
There you are, Miss
I'm
Allie.
because we connected through the 2 different computers. That's why. But I'm where am I? Yeah.
I
Can
see
you
you
hear
now.
me? So, Coleen, I wanted to ask you because I know that you use Go High Level, and I would like to know why you chose this platform, what is good about it, what is not so good about the others.
Yeah, and so the reason I didn't start there, I started with Kajabi, and it was very complicated. It was very complicated, and I dove right in, and I learned so much, and I paid thousands of dollars to do that, and then realized that I couldn't do everything. Like, they said you could, but you couldn't unless you connected something else, right? I had to go
Mm-hmm.
connect HoneyBook,
Mm-hmm.
um, for my to keep track of my clients. I had to connect Flowdesk. I had just other things I had to connect. And where I found myself was back again. I think I ended with like 7 platforms, and I was jumping from one to one to one. And one of the things I also couldn't do was just respond to messaging in one platform. So inside Go High Level, you can respond when people send you social media messages through your business pages on Facebook and Instagram. You can just go into Simplified CEO systems to your contact relationships there and just respond right there. Super simple. And for me, I know I'm a little bit older than probably most of you here, but I don't like keeping passwords. I don't like updates on my computer. I don't like having to get kicked out and go find my phone and verify who I am to get back in so that I can then go jump to another platform and redo that whole circus again. And I didn't like that I had to give so much reign over my computer to Zapier, is that what it's called? That was the tool that would integrate everything. I didn't like giving that freedom away. I just need it to be simplified. When I buy my car, I always buy the nicest car, and not because it's the most high dollar, or I buy it because I want to get in and have it run. I don't want to worry about any of the bull crap. I don't want to worry about I have to do this or I have to do that. No, I just want to get in and have it run correctly. And that's what I found on Go High Level. And so that's why I bought my sub agency with them. I actually used them first for 6 months before I bought my agency. I used them and tried them out and really gave them a hard run. And one of the things I ran into was I kept saying both to the agency owner above me and directly to Go High Level, look, this is too complicated. There's too many things in there. I want to simplify it. And they're like, oh no, you need all these tools, all these templates, all these things will make it so much easier for you. And I was like, not for me. Um, doesn't actually, I mean, I open it and I just felt anxiety and panic, and then my productivity levels just drop. My desire to work drop. I don't want to be in there. I don't want to play there. It's just not my playground. And so I went against the grain, and I did what other people were afraid to do or haven't done for whatever reason. And I just stripped everything out. And by strip it out, I mean, I gathered it all up and put it in a little folder at the bottom of my client's page. And it says, save for later. And so when you grow a little bit, so I have a client who's 86 years old, and I love her to bits and pieces. And she came on and she's like, all I want is a website. I'm like, okay, get her a website. And then a month or two later, you know what? I think that I might like to have a newsletter. I'm like, let me do that. And so I create a newsletter template for her and help her do that. Right. And now it's 2 months later. And guess what she said? I think I would like to text. And so I went back to my handy dandy little folder, opened it up, and pulled out the texting tool. And now I'm in a position to implement that for her. But had she opened her platform and been overwhelmed by all of that at first, she wouldn't have made the progress in her business. And I want her to be madly passionate about what she's doing. I want her to show up confident, and I want her to know that she can do it, and what she can't do, I'm more than happy to do. And so that's why I strip everything out. And I feel like Go High Level gives me that ability to plug things in one at a time as my clients grow and need them. Do we have any other questions?
I'm going to say something though. I know I use Go High Level myself. But oh, there my camera went weird. Hold on. Um, but I want to say what you're doing is awesome because they do tech overwhelm. I've worked with many Go High Level techs. They want to stack, they want to overwhelm, and I'm a nerd, so I'll go down the rabbit hole. Oh, look at this, and it takes you days to look and research and do. But what you're doing is what the beautiful thing that you said about the client is you meet the client where you're at. You let the client say, "Hey, I'm just not ready for it," or "I don't want it." And that's very important because when somebody tells you, "Hey, no, I've had to leave power partners or affiliates because of that." So would you elaborate a little bit more on how this works with the delegation of the systems? Because if people aren't listening to their client, they're going to lose out.
This is true. And so when your business is growing and you're going to have more needs for more tools, then we sit down and we just move it along a little bit at a time. Now, inside the platform, of course, I partner with Ken. I do a lot of collaborations with Ken, and so all of her VA services are available inside there also. But we go in and set up the base audit. So if I did a done for you system, I'm going to go in and create your website, your landing pages, your nurture sequences. And when I say I create your nurture email sequences, I'm not going to write those for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to write them. I'm going to gather information from your writings you already have and from your communications you already have. I'm going to gather your writing style in the way that you talk and text and all of the things, even in just your communications with me. And then I may create an outline for you and have you read that back to me or overlook it, oversee it, and just kind of review it and see, yeah, I wouldn't say it that way. I would say it this way. And we tweak that on our end. And then we create your email sequences. And then we go into the system and we automate that. So let's say that, like Lachelle was saying, somebody enters into your CRM through a social media form. So you go to a lead magnet on Facebook and you fill out a form and they enter in. We set up the automation so that it will tag them immediately as to what they were interested in and where they came in. And once that tag is made, it begins a workflow process where they're dripped the emails. And I also advise my clients, we want these to be heartfelt. We're building real connections. So invest in the time. I don't care if you have to take a week. Find a quiet place away from your computer and sit down and write those emails as if you're writing them to one person that you're building a connection with and you're sharing your information with them. And write that email out. And then that email I'll take and I'll automate it and it will go to all of those one people, right? So to each one of those individuals will get that email and it drips right down through the system that way. And in those emails, we also teach you to integrate calendar links, Facebook group links, sign up for newsletters, sign up for webinars, all the things so that your clients, your prospects are interacting with you inside your emails. And that's also building your nurture system. Does that make sense? And then it moves them right along through the system. Now, for my clients, they may say, I just want a newsletter. But they don't know how to do it. And so maybe what we do is we create a newsletter template and we go through it with them the first couple of weeks and show them how to put information into each section that they've chosen to have. Right? We also help a lot of clients that maybe they have a product they sell. Let's just take Avon, for instance, okay? Let's say that you're an Avon representative. Well, Avon's giving you a landing page, and that's great. But what happens when Avon goes out of business or cuts ties with you? You've lost your email list. And as Lachelle told us earlier, that is your biggest commodity. You need your email list. That's your connection. You've got to have that. And so what I create for those clients is I create a landing page that is an about me landing page. It's a, hey, come get to know me. And here, by the way, is my lead magnet, which is a list of my 25 favorite Avon products, or maybe it's 3 top products that I use every day from Avon. And you use that form to get that lead magnet, and now you've captured their email. And then there's a shop with me button that takes them right back to Avon and they can shop with you. Now, let's say that Avon goes out of business or you have a fallout, whatever that might look like. You just never know nowadays. And so you take up with Mary Kay. And so now you add Mary Kay on there, and in your workflow, you redirect and say, hey, I've changed teams. I'm on Mary Kay. I love that we're connected and working together. And I'm new to Mary Kay, but this is a product I found that I love. And you build it out that way, but you still have your email list. And so many people don't understand the value of having that email list and being able to nurture through automations on your CRM.
Yeah, that's really important because Facebook, years ago, if you guys don't remember, this will date me, but that's okay. Facebook let go of everybody's email. You got kicked out of your own private group, and Facebook kicked you out. You lost money and you lost thousands of emails. You need a secondary connection. But Donna has a question for you.
Sure.
So it's really more of a comment. In listening to you describe what Go High Level does, I've heard the term, but I had no idea really what it does. I realized I have a platform that does a lot of those things for me. I don't know how to use them. And the thing that you've said that makes me want to come work with you is the level of personalization of support that you offer. When I was working on my landing page Monday or Sunday, there was no support available, and it was just a very difficult project. I'm not totally tech averse, but I'm also not real good at it. And so what you said today makes it clear. I love how you discussed why you chose Go High Level, and it really makes clear the troubles that I'm having and where you can support me better than what I'm doing right now. So just a comment.
Thank you. I love that, Donna. And the truth is that you're not alone. There's so many entrepreneurs, midlife or not, that face these same struggles. And the thing is that I don't know. I don't have to work. I work because I love working. And I didn't sign up to learn new tricks, right? I want to come on and build my business. I don't want to come on and learn how to build a website. Sorry, Allie. I just don't. I want your expertise. I want you to come in and help me with that, you know? I don't want to come on and learn how to do ads. I want Lachelle to do that. And so as we age, I think that we kind of give up that control, especially as women, right? We're like, nope, here you go, Lachelle. Here you go, Allie. Y'all go do your thing. Check back. Let me see. Just like I hired Nicole to do the summit. Could I do it? You bet. There is not a thing in this world that I can't do, except maybe a handstand, right? I could learn this, but my time is better spent somewhere else. That is a best investment to just show up. Nicole's like, hey, Colleen, put on your glasses, put on a pink shirt, show up. I'm like, okay, I'll be there. It's so easy when you give somebody else the control, when you get the heck out of your own way and quit tripping over yourself and let somebody else do it. And it really gives you the ability to monetize your business more. I promise you, this is my 9th business. And my 7th and 8th business, after I figured out automation and delegation, were my most lucrative businesses. And I spent the least amount of time working them. And that to me, for years, was an oxymoron. That couldn't go hand in hand. And yet it does. And you have to trust the system that that's how it works.
Ken's got her hand up here.
Hey, Miss Ken.
Yes, so it's not a question, but more also a comment about Colleen's CRM with her Go High Level, because like other coaches, I work with other coaches too, and they have their CRM, which is also Go High Level, that they also white label. But I'm telling you that when I see their system compared to what Colleen has, I prefer Colleen's because it's really easy. Like I said, like I have a design background, IT background. So the user interface is very important to me. Like I always tell Colleen, like, so you're, it's really good that you did this to your CRM because let's face it, like your clientele is like midlife women. Like they don't want to look for like, okay, where do I click? Like, where is it? Like always looking like, okay, where is the button for this? So with Coleen CRM, with her Go High Level, it's really easy. You see it there. Okay, it's here. I click here, done. It's there. So with other people, like, okay, I have to click here and then go back to here and then do this again. So I'm not saying it because Coleen is my client, because I use her CRM too. And that's what I'm going to move my website actually to her CRM. But I'm saying this because I have experience using her CRM.
And I want to add to that one of the things I've learned over the years of building a business is not to cut corners. You can tell that when I say that I hire out and I delegate and automate, right? Like I'm not cutting corners. But one of the things that really sets my CRM apart from other Go High Level ones is my human chat bot. And I pay over $5,000 a year for that person to jump on a call with you 24/7 for an hour. And that isn't something you find anywhere else. I didn't have that in my previous one. I didn't even know it was an option until I did the research. The people that I had my sub account under didn't offer that. I had to reach out to Go High Level directly if I had a problem. And you know what they said to me? Take a number. We'll get on a Zoom call with you in 3 days. Well, I may have learned a lot in life, but patience wasn't one of the things I learned because I need an answer right then. I don't want to be stuck in the middle of a project and walk away and come back 3 days later. I want to finish what I'm doing. And so that human bot, I'll call him, is just really, really valuable. And I don't think until you use it that you understand the value of having that concierge service available right then 24/7 to just jump on for an hour, and they will either do it for you, create you a loom and walk you through it, or walk you through it without a video if you prefer that way. And it's always up to you how you prefer to work with them.
So Colleen, if I know other people who are already using Go High Level, can they move over to you?
They can. They have to get a snapshot from their account, from their agency owner. And it just takes a few seconds to create a snapshot. And that's saying that their agency owner is willing to do that, but can. And then it's just a few minute process. Don't lose anything. We just plug it all right back in. We take one picture from here of their account and put it over here of their account. And
Thank you.
Also, Colleen, like you have to explain. I think Colleen is okay. She disappeared. Okay,
Oh,
but
she
I
went
just wanna
somewhere. Go ahead.
explain with your question, Donna, if like someone with a go high okay, she's back. I'm explaining, Colleen, that someone with a go high level already and want to move to yours is Colleen don't have access to their go high level.
right.
So yeah, so it has to be clear that you cannot go to Colleen and tell her, okay, just get my go high level transferred to yours. She cannot
Right.
do that.
Right. But it is a simple process, and it is just them asking for a snapshot, which is done every day and just takes a few minutes to create a snapshot. And they should just give it to them and not have an issue with it.
And
Oh,
then do
what?
you have to rebuild everything that they may have already built in there?
No, I just add the snapshot and everything's there. Yeah.
You know what I want to say is when I had this system through someone else and I was trying to do this myself in the beginning and totally overwhelmed by the tech stuff, they wanted to charge me $100 for 15 minutes
Yeah.
on something they could have solved on a text with an AI chatbot. But because I reached out, they started charging. So with what you're paying monthly for the Power Partners is more than giving back and really helping you in your business.
Yeah. And I feel like, it's go high level. I do is the offer on go high level. I
You
offer for
froze.
$98.50. I
You
froze
froze.
again. That's not my favorite word. I don't want to refresh my internet and lose the recording. I feel like I charge $98.50 a month for the subscription, but most of the Go High Level are charging $197 for that. And if you compare the tech stack pricing, where you would pay for Kajabi, pay for HoneyBook, pay for Flowdesk, all of those things.
No. Oh, it's you. Okay, you're back.
I'm just sitting. Am I back? Was I gone?
You're back.
I'm
You faded
sorry.
in and out, but it's showing that you have a good connection now.
Okay, good. So I was just saying that the cost of $98.50 a month to have all of your platforms in one is really low when you compare it to the cost of tech stacking, where you're paying for Kajabi, Flowdesk, HoneyBook, all the different platforms, right? And so I feel like it's an investment that frees up your time and lets you go make money being with your clients. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, I don't see anybody else's hand up or raised, or does anybody want to come up? I think you more than answered a lot of questions though, because that was a lot to go through.
Good. If you're here tomorrow, I'm going to talk more in depth about the studio membership, which really gives you a ton more tools if there is such a thing. So I appreciate everybody coming out today. And I love this group of people that are here to support each other. And I really appreciate the support of my power partners and hope that I can help you guys all build a business that you're madly passionate about.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Coleen.
much, Colleen.
Thank you.
Thank you.